Hi guys, welcome to The Quiet Knowing, a space for intuitive reflection, karmic insight and inner truth. So good morning. I do have dogs and my youngest in here, so you will hear her happy stimming away. This is it. I've got another busy day. It's the only time I could try and get something out to you, so I hope you can hear me okay. I do need to invest in a mic. I also need to get a new phone, so I will sort that so that you guys can hear me better. But yes, so quick collective energy, what Spirit wants to say. So the first deck they want to use is I Don't Care Oracle deck. So let's see, Spirit, what message you got for the collective today, please? Something's about to pick up speed and move quickly, I would say. It's going to show different for people, but it feels like opportunity or action or something that might have been a bit stagnant. We've got go get some fresh air. First one out. That's the stagnant and energy, you see, because you know when you're in space, there's no gravity, so you move slow. That's confirmation for me on what I was just saying. There's been, say it louder. Okay, so there's been a stagnant energy on some kind of justice or truth that needs to come out. So this could be a situation. Okay, so I heard homed in. Now this doesn't have to have happened recently. It's going to be different. For some of you, this could have happened a while ago, and you don't feel like you've got your justice in a situation where other people or someone was involved, or a situation, like for some people it could be like to do with a job, like you had to leave because maybe someone lied about you or kind of undercut you in some way, like, and it got too much and you left. Some people, this could be a relationship or a friend group, but there was no justice, truth. Like you kind of got homed in or isolated or backed into a corner and had to remove yourself, but there was never that justice part. Yeah, so I'm presuming that's what's going to shift. I can only count on myself. Treat yourself, eat whatever you want. Okay, so in this dynamic, you learn that, I think you learned a lot about other people. If this definitely was a relationship, you learned that you couldn't count on them to carry. What I'm really seeing as well, this is the mental load. Now, for those of you that are actually adults and understand that, a mental load that you carry daily is it's a lot. For me, I have an insane amount of mental load, and yeah, like people don't realise, especially having a SEN child, having a child with special needs, people come and they're like, oh, you're so good at thinking that. I have to be 5 steps ahead of the game all the time, and I carry a mental load all the time. So when I'm dealing with someone, like, I get really annoyed that I can't. Here's an example. The father of my daughter, I asked recently, I was like, I've got my MOT coming, I basically asked him to sort it, yeah, because I have so much to do, and cars and manly stuff is just the one thing I really don't want to say. Well, did he know? He was like, oh, I can just book it in for my mate, but you know, it's only in Deptford and you can drive. And I was like, oh, that doesn't help my mental load. So I ended up doing it anyway. I ended up paying way too much money. I thought they would do a filter change, they didn't. I paid insane amount of money from basically just doing an oil change and an MOT. Awful. But it is what it is. I got the MOT in that. But that's a prime example. You have someone not helping you when you're carrying the mental load. A relationship or co-parenting or job or whatever, like, it all gets piled on you and nobody is just doing it. This is in all aspects. Like, I do think people need to educate themselves as they get older and start understanding that and grow up and learn that, yeah? It's like, I saw someone talk about how, you know, if your partner's handled the weekly shopping, done this and that, and you go, what, I cooked dinner? Yeah, but you didn't organise, prep, get the food, do all of the thought process to get it, you just cooked it. That's not carrying the mental load, yeah? Treat yourself, eat whatever you want. So I think this is, yeah, somewhat, you moved away from someone that doesn't help with the mental load, and now you're working on yourself and healing, and someone or something, remember, you're working on yourself to just, you're giving to you what you were giving to other people, yeah? Like, what do I want? What's going to make me feel happy? The die is cast, but it flipped around and spun it round. There's some kind of risk or a gamble here. It's not a big deal. Somebody, okay, so the person that gave you the truth or justice, how they've pushed it back is like, it's not a big deal, you're making a big deal out of nothing. You know, when people try and belittle you, it's like, not really, you completely betrayed me and lied. That is a big deal. Or you completely sabotaged my work, or I told you what I was planning on doing, you copied me and did it, and then you got the promotion. Like, it is a big deal, because I am a single mum that needs that job. Do you know what I mean? I need more money. Just something like that, right? So there was someone took a risk, or you took a risk you took the gamble to remove yourself possibly. But whoever and whatever it was you were dealing with is two-faced, and they wear a mask. I believe you've picked yourself up regarding this situation, or if you haven't, you will do. And I think what's going to happen to this person? Mask person that wears a mask. They're learning how to grow. Oh, okay. I think this person's got an issue with how they see you, or the people you were dealing with has got an issue with, like, they don't see you, they project their own energy. Cool, relax, everything is fine. So you're dealing with or having to do with someone that just bats everything away and belittles it and makes it small. Oh, all you do is moan, or oh, you're looking at the negative, or, and it's not the case. But unfortunately, you're dealing with someone that projects, and it seems to be removing yourself seems to be the only thing to do here. Or like, if you have or haven't, like if you haven't, sorry, the only thing I would say is you need to remove yourself from this person or place that you've been dealing with. 717 on the timer. Okay, so I get the gist of that, but cutting edge, slice through the obstacles and carve a path towards your dreams. Higher wisdom, explore options, learn what you... So you need to explore your options. Plan your phase, take a step back and plan necessary steps to move forward. You may turn your goals into reality. Okay, so you need to focus on your goals, basically, whatever that is, whether that's physical form, like gym, working out, health, career, or some new hobby, or just things like aligning yourself, so working on, you know, group meditation, sound bath, spiritual healing, any of that, right? That's where you need to focus. Sorry, she's obviously trying to line up a toy and it won't go in the correct position. Yeah, you need to dive in deep, continue your reflection work, forgiving yourself and others, heals the wound, and work through this forgiveness of someone that is really just, I don't know, they're like blocked in seeing the reality. Release the chains of the past and dance to the impossibility. Okay, so you've been chained to this for a long time. I think you've tried to master this person, place, or thing for a long time. The reality is you need to just remove yourself. Forgive yourself for even allowing yourself to be around this kind of people, places thing, yeah? Because one thing I've learned is becoming older, right? You can't, like, if someone shows you themselves and shows you the hand who they really are, that's fine, remove. Yeah, you can't make people see, you can't make people progress, you can't make people grow. And unfortunately, everyone's on their own journey. So you need to let this person, thing, whatever, people, go. Like, you can't make them give you the justice that you deserve. You need to, by removing yourself, is that's how you get the justice, yeah? My child is launching her toys everywhere. She's got the we've only got 1 minute left, so let's click onto the last ones. 919 on the timer. I think change is here and it's happening quickly. Karma. So the second you focus on everything that I've suggested, karma actually comes in for the other person. Transformation, love, serenity, beauty. Yeah, it's about you seeing you. You are not what they've projected to you. You are not the problem. Release yourself from the chains of dealing with this person. Focus on you. You're in the middle of a big transformation and soon to be coming out quickly into new. But love is the answer. Self-love, balance, and focus on your dreams. I send you so much love and light. Bye.